From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Thursday morning. Happy day after Christmas. We are tracking some more active weather for today as you're already seeing an area of snow up in the Blue Mountains. And then also it's more like a mixture of snow and freezing rain up in the Cascades. But we'll show you some of the chain requirements that we already have in place coming up in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, right now wind gusts already impacting the region. They're gusting out of the south and west upwards of 20 to 30 miles per hour for the foothills, for the basin. Also up in the Cascades, winds are going to be a big time deal a little bit later today, especially in the basin, especially right around lunchtime. And because the winds are doing their thing, that means that temperatures aren't feeling all that bad for this morning, right around 50 in the foothills, right around 50 for portions of the basin. But definitely if you work your way up Interstate 82 and across Interstate 90, it becomes a little bit colder. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. Like I said, wind gusts today up around 50 miles per hour in the basin. We'll have snowy mountain passes for today and tomorrow. And then once again, as we head into this weekend, multiple storm systems that we're tracking over the next 48 to 96 hours. So I'll break down all of it coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a nonprofit in the Northwest is looking for people to apply for its home ownership program. What this organization is offering to one lucky first-time home buyer. And what to do if you don't know how to dispose of your Christmas tree in the Tri-Cities.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald. From December 26th through January 20th, 2025, you can drop off your Christmas tree for recycling at the Tri-Cities Cross Country Running Course in Pasco. The city says you can bring your tree in between the hours of 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. The trees will be chipped at no cost and the wood chips will be used to improve the running path surface. First Story, a nonprofit in the Northwest, is looking for people to apply for its program. For first-time home buyers, this is an opportunity to get a zero-down, zero-interest 30-year mortgage on a house, and this time it's happening in Walla Walla in 2025. The executive director with First Story, Claire Duncan, says the housing crisis is still ongoing, and they want to be a part of the solution.
We have interest rates that are rising. In addition, things are just still more expensive and inflated since the pandemic. And we're seeing, some of the lowest housing, homeownership rates that we've seen, which for us at First Story means we're seeing more applicants than we've ever seen.
It's a partnership with Hayden Homes. Eligible Walla Walla families are encouraged to apply for the brand new First Story home at the Hayden Homes Harvey Ranch Estates community in Walla Walla. The first eligible family to apply will be selected. A household between 2 and 5 members with a gross annual income ranging from $57,000 to $77,000, no negative credit amounts or items in collections, live or work in the greater Walla Walla region, including Milton-Freewater, a U.S. citizen or permanent resident alien status, a first-time home buyer.
You forget that it's all these everyday moments that really make life special. And because of the housing crisis and the shortage of affordable options, many of our families, for really the heart and souls of our communities, can't afford to put down roots where they're currently working, where their kids are attending school. And, we're just hoping to do what we can to be a small part of that solution.
The home will be ready in fall of 2025. There will be a summertime wall raising and a dedication ceremony in the fall to celebrate the milestone. Throughout 2024, we've followed the story of the Ide family in Benton City who applied for a First-Story home and got the zero-down, zero-interest 30-year mortgage after reading about the story on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. That could be anyone next. 2024 was a rough year for the housing market. Buyers were met with high prices, sluggish sales, and high interest rates. Jen Sullivan has details on what buyers can expect next year.
The housing market has had a tough year, but if you're looking to buy a home in 2025, experts predict there's some good news.
It's going to be a better year for home buyers.
Lawrence Yoon with the National Association of Realtors says more homes are expected to come onto the market, giving buyers more options.
So more choices, more inventory, that will lead to boosts in home sales.
The other good news, mortgage rates are expected to come down. As of last week, the average rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage was 6.72%, according to Freddie Mac. But Yoon predicts those rates to come down closer to 6%, which can make a big difference for your wallet.
Even a 0.5 percentage point change in mortgage rate could mean about $150 savings in monthly mortgage costs.
Here's the bad news. Home prices aren't expected to come down anytime soon. In fact, they're expected to rise. The NAR predicting the median existing home sale price to be $410,700 in 2025. But Yoon recommends buyers should still negotiate on the price and shop around for the best mortgage rate.
Look for the mortgage lender who offers the best rates and even consider adjustable rate mortgage.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
If you are in the market to buy a home, Yoon suggests not taking on a large debt like a car loan before you're approved for a home loan. The Mega Millions jackpot on Friday is expected to be more than $1 billion. That would be a cash prize of more than $516 million. There was no grand prize winner in the Christmas Eve drawing. The lottery says its jackpot soared past $1 billion for the 8th time in the game's 20-year history. And if the jackpot is won on Friday, it would be the 5th largest Mega Millions in Mega Millions history. Even though no tickets matched all 6 numbers in Tuesday night's drawing, 4 tickets still won $1 million each, but none sold in Washington or Oregon. The Small Business Administration approved Governor Jay Inslee's request for a disaster declaration following the bomb cyclone event in November. The SBA declaration makes low-interest federal loans available to Washington businesses and residents affected by the storm in Yakima and other counties. Applicants may apply online and receive additional disaster assistance information at sba.gov/disaster. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, how billions rained in the Christmas holiday around the world this year. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
These days, everyone wants their dollar to go farther. That's why you should come in a Costless Carpet. We buy directly from factories, eliminating the middleman and passing the savings on to you. Nobody beats our prices. Costless Carpet has a gigantic inventory of all the popular styles of floors: luxury vinyl, laminate, carpet, tile, exotic granite, marble, and quartz slabs. For the greatest selection at the lowest price, find your nearest Costless Carpet at costlesscarpet.com.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
And Doug.
Whoa, Limu! We're in a parade! Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save!
And then I wake up.
And you have the stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Step into the Prosser House, where great food meets comfortable atmosphere. We invite you to relax in our cozy space. From classic dishes to chef-inspired creations, and now we're raising the bar, literally. With our newly renovated bar, we're serving up crafted cocktails, your favorite local brews, and award-winning wines. Plus, we're proud to announce that the Prosser House is your restaurant showdown champion. Special night out or just a break from cooking, experience the award-winning difference at the Prosser House.
The year 2024. Historic, consequential, extraordinary. Now, tonight, it's the year 2024 with Robin Roberts.
Are you ready for the year?
Tonight at 9, 8 Central on ABC.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll talk about past conditions in just a second, but I did want to touch on some of these advisories and alerts that we have in place. First, the wind advisory in place for the Blue Foothills. This one runs until 10 in the morning, and then we have a slew of winter storm warnings in place for the eastern slopes of the Cascades above 3,500 feet until 10 p.m. tonight. And then for the Blues, this would be a winter weather advisory above 4,000 feet. That runs until 4 p.m. this afternoon. But just a quick little note on that wind advisory. I think personally some of the strongest winds are going to be in the lower Columbia Basin. We'll have more to say about that coming up a bit later in the show. Now, past conditions, US 2 at Stevens Pass, packed snow. You do need chains or all-wheel drive there on US Highway 2. Then we'll take it down to US 97 at Blewett Pass, packed snow. Traction tires are required. Traction tires also required at US Highway 12. That would be White Pass in Yakima County. For I-90 at Snoqualmie Pass, packed snow. Yes, you do need chains or all-wheel drive. And then I think we're going to take it down to some of these Blue Mountain passes. US 395 at Battle Mountain Summit, packed snow. Chains are required if you're towing between milepost 33 and 43. And then for, I believe it's Oregon 204 at Tollgate, packed snow. Yes, you also need chains if you're towing between milepost 10 and milepost 33. Here's your day planner for lower elevations. Going to be much drier today as opposed to what we're going to see for higher elevations. The biggest impact is going to be from the winds, especially for the lower Yakima Valley, for the lower Columbia Basin, and also for the Blue Foothills and Blue Mountains. And then for tonight, calmer winds, but we'll see the arrival of another round of rain and snow. I'll tell you just how strong the wind gusts are going to be, how much rain and how much snow we're expecting. All that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Around the world, billions of people celebrated and honored Christmas. President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden calling service members. In France, parishioners gathering at the Notre Dame Cathedral for the first time in years. But across the globe, many also honoring the season despite tension and wars. ABC's Zareen Shah has more.
Billions honoring Christmas around the globe. During his last holiday season in the White House, President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden calling U.S. service members. He said it was to show them how grateful they are for their courage and sacrifice. In France, parishioners at Notre Dame Cathedral marking the first time the holiday was celebrated since a fire ripped through the historic site 5 years ago. But the holiday also a reminder of wars being fought. Russian missiles targeting Ukraine's energy sector and Yemeni Houthis targeting Israel with a drone that fell into an open area ahead of the first night of Hanukkah. Relatives of Israeli hostages lighting the first candle for the holiday along the Western Wall. A Gaza City church with some refugees sheltering from the war for over a year, holding Christmas Mass. In Syria, many Christians celebrating Christmas after the decades-long Assad regime came to an end earlier this month. This was the festive scene at a restaurant in Damascus. This man saying, "We can't build a strong foundation for the future, but God willing, things will continue in a positive direction." Pope Francis calling for peace in the Middle East and Ukraine during his Christmas Day address at the Vatican. He also urged for courage during negotiations. And King Charles, in his third Christmas TV broadcast as king, also pushing for unity. The king giving the traditional speech from a chapel of a former hospital rather than Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle.
From a personal point of view, I offer special heartfelt thanks to the selfless doctors and nurses who this year have supported me and other members of my family through the uncertainties and anxieties of illness, and have helped provide the strength, care, and comfort we have needed.
Zoreen Shah, ABC News Los Angeles.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, while holidays can bring joy, for some they can bring sadness. Health Minute is on the way with grief and the holidays.
Hey babe,
What's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
This is Apple Valley Eats.
Ready to shake up your dining experience? Legends Casino Hotel has something for every taste. At Lucky Shots Coffee Bar, it's more than just coffee. Frothy lattes, bold espressos, hearty sandwiches, desserts, and more. Lucky Shots has a winning hand of flavors any time of the day. Join us for our full-service menu, or dive into our legendary buffet options, including our salad bar and a variety of desserts that will have you coming back for seconds. Explore the newly updated food court with so many choices to satisfy your craving. At Fortune's, savor a customized crab boil fit for a king, queen, or joker with all the extras. Try the crab boil with one of our specialty sauces, big enough to share, but don't be slow with your fork. This is good eating. Burger lovers, head to Legendary Burgers, try the Mount Adams, or go classic with fries and a Huckleberry shake. Craving pizza, pasta, and more? Creations has you covered. After that custom-made pizza pie, don't forget dessert. You just gotta try our house-made cannoli. For authentic Mexican-style cooking, Madre's Mexican Kitchen is a must. With fresh homemade tortillas and savory sauces, you will not be disappointed. Try our enchiladas, street tacos, or something new to you. Madre's is sure to bring it home. Whether you're here to dine or unwind, Legends Casino Hotel has a world of exciting flavors waiting for you. Bring your appetite, your friends and family, and let the culinary journey begin.
You deserve a good night's sleep, especially during the holidays. Gift yourself a better night's sleep with a new premium mattress. Right now, save big on premium mattresses, including Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. For a limited time, you'll get our very best offer: 72 months interest-free financing, 72 equal monthly payments, absolutely no interest and no money down. Plus, we'll provide free white glove delivery and removal of your old mattress. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more for less.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro.
The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through the forecast. For today, there's a decent chance of rain before 7 a.m. in the Kittitas and Upper Yakima valleys, but rain chances will be small overall in the lower elevations and in the Blues. However, freezing rain and snow are likely all day for our Cascade passes. Then for tonight, low and chances for wet weather continue through the late evening, but the action starts to ramp up again after midnight. Rain is likely for lower elevations by the wee hours of the morning on Friday, while lower snow levels will prompt a transition to snow for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill around midnight. Then for tomorrow, snow levels go back up throughout the morning on Friday, so we'll see a transition back to rain for Cabbage Hill by 7 a.m. Snoqualmie Pass will likely transition to freezing rain by the late morning and then to a cold rain by the late afternoon. Lower elevations will turn much drier by the early afternoon, although the foothills might have a harder time letting go of some of the rain. And then for tomorrow night, once again, our break from wet weather will be short-lived as rain chances start to trend back up into the evening and overnight hours. And snow levels will mostly be up around 5,000 feet by Friday night, so it'll continue to just be a cold rain for Snoqualmie Pass and for Cabbage Hill. I think I was a little out of sync there with the graphics. But anyway, here are some of the snowfall totals we're expecting for Thursday and Friday. This is subject to change. We're thinking anywhere between 4 to 6 inches for our Cascade passes. Not much snow for the valleys, no for the basin, no for the foothills, and then anywhere between 1 to a couple inches for some of our Blue Mountain passes, except for Tollgate. We could have more like 6 to 8 inches up that way on Oregon 204. A lot of water from this storm system up in the Cascades, up to 2 to 2.5 inches. Not much doing for the lower elevations. Then we have a follow-up storm system in Saturday and Sunday. We're expecting another 4 to 6 inches of snow for Snoqualmie Pass, just a couple inches for Cabbage Hill. This is also going to be a pretty wet storm system up in the Cascades. We'll get a little bit of a break into Monday and Tuesday, and then we're thinking we'll have another storm system to deal with into Wednesday and Thursday. High temperatures starting to trend cooler into next week. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Still breezy but drier for Saturday, then wet weather looking likely again by Sunday. In Yakima, drier during the day on Saturday, rain likely Sunday, then dry again for Monday and Tuesday. For Ellensburg, decent rain chances left over Saturday, rain likely Sunday, then eyeballing a chance for rain and snow mix by next Wednesday. In Hermiston, still breezy, but not as wet for Saturday. Much wetter Sunday, then a bit of a break for Monday and Tuesday. And then for Walla Walla, rain likely throughout a good chunk of the weekend. Drier for Monday and Tuesday, but here we go again for next Wednesday.
It's a season of joy, but not everyone is happy this time of year. Grief and loss can be especially hard over the holidays and bring up a lot of different feelings. Mandy Gaither has more on how to cope with grief over the holidays.
The holidays can bring happiness and joy, but if you're grieving, this time of year can bring sorrow and pain.
If you're in that position, you might want to experience joy, but also feel sadness and not really know how to navigate it.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says to let yourself feel all the emotions inside you this time of year and remind yourself that it's not going to feel this way forever.
Most often we feel resistance. We try to resist the feelings that are uncomfortable. So if we're feeling sadness, we're feeling anger, a lot of times we try to push it away. But the more we do that, the bigger it gets and the longer it stays with us.
Baumstein says there's no time limit on grief and it'll come in waves. If you're around others and need a break, have a plan.
Is there a quiet place you can go? Is there a good friend or somebody you can lean on for support if you need it?
Since everyone grieves differently, you may or may not want to carry on your holiday traditions. Baumstein says to do what's right for you. If you'd like to honor a loved one lost, share stories and memories, listen to their favorite music, cook their favorite meal, or decorate a special way in their honor.
And when we realize that we can be grieving and sad and also laugh and experience joy, that feels good.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Baumstein says having conflicting feelings this time of year can be uncomfortable. She says that if you can accept that you can have more than one feeling, it can help you process everything and not stay stuck in those feelings. And if you're grieving, she also says it's also important to not only honor the loved one lost, but also your own needs at the same time. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, when some people think of Christmas, some people think of Harry Potter. If you're one of those Potterheads, stick around. You'll like our next story.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
At Mattress Depot USA, we believe everyone is entitled to a good night's sleep regardless of their credit situation. That's why we're approving everyone for up to $1,200 towards the purchase of a new mattress with no credit needed. You spend a third of your life in bed, and a comfortable mattress is essential for providing quality of life. $3,000 credit, 100 days, same as cash with no credit needed. Only at Mattress Depot USA.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D-Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D-Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
Wouldn't it be nice to skip paying for gas for getting around town? But what about those longer road trips when you just want to fill up and go? With a Mazda plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, you can have the best of both worlds. EV range for local drives and gas power for the open road. Now get $7,500 in customer lease cash back instantly on the 2025 Mazda CX-90 and CX-70 PHEV models. McCurley Mazda, your way home.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
engineers, and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Thank you so much.
What's new, what's now, and what's next? Plus First Alert weather every 10 minutes. Wake up with Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
Welcome back. Though the weather outside is frightful, what a better time to cozy up with a Christmas classic.
Anna Stewart takes us behind the scenes to the Warner Brothers studio in London, where she tours a Harry Potter exhibit full of fan favorites, decked out with enchanting holiday decor.
Happy Christmas, Harry. Happy Christmas, Ron.
It's that time of year when we all re-watch family favourite movies. But this time, I'm taking it a step further.
Could there be a more magical place to spend the Christmas holidays than Hogwarts?
This is the Great Hall, all decked out for a festive feast.
Laura, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're going to give me the grand tour.
I am indeed. Welcome to the Warner Brothers Studio Tour London, the making of Harry Potter. I'm Laura Sinclair Lazelle and I'm head of show experience.
You are the person who's going to tell me everything about this place. And I should tell you, I'm probably CNN's biggest Harry Potter fan or nerd, depending on how you view these things.
Amazing. Well, you've come to the right place.
It feels like we have walked into a Harry Potter movie, minus one enchanted ceiling and 2 tables, which allows more room for visitors. In the movies, Professor Flitwick made light work of baubles. It's a lot more work for the muggles working here.
Those aren't real peas?
No, sadly not. No.
None of the food is real?
Not real. Not this time, no.
With stomachs rumbling, time to move on. Now, you may remember this scene. Hagrid lugging a Christmas tree across the Hogwarts courtyard.
So this is very reminiscent of that moment, and this would have been the original costume as worn by Martin Bayfield.
So this is what was worn by the body double?
Absolutely, yeah. Any of the long shots that you see were usually worn by him.
Time for a little retail therapy, and it's been snowing.
We use shredded paper.
This is shredded paper?
Or shredded plastic, yes. And then on top we sprinkle some glitter to give it that kind of real-life snow effect.
From Ollivanders to Flourish and Blots, Diagon Alley has everything the witch or wizard needs.
Okay, if you could go into any of these shops for real, which one would you go into?
Oh, I'm torn. Probably I'd want to hang out with the twins, so I'd probably go to Wizard Weasley's, yeah, and pick up a few jokes.
I know, maybe the Quidditch shop for me.
Yeah,
once I've got my wand.
And clearly, it would be a firebolt.
It's the firebolt. The fastest broomstick in the world.
Although, sadly, no holiday sales here. And to end the tour, a breathtaking view of Hogwarts in the snow. Anna Stewart, CNN, Watford.
That looks like a lot of fun. I am one of those people who kind of watches Harry Potter during the winter months when it gets cold outside. So I just finished, I think this weekend, all 8 of them over the last couple of weeks. Yeah.
How many hours of watching is that in total?
At least 16
to 20.
Yes, I sit, I crochet, I watch movies. That's kind of been my life over the last couple of months.
That sounds like a good Christmas vibe.
Exactly. Yes. All right, so up next on Good Morning Northwest at 5:30, a cat in Oregon dies after eating cat food confirmed positive with bird flu. Information on the recall. Plus, it's okay, we won't tell you're returning a Christmas gift. You might not need a receipt, or you could be hit with a restocking fee. Some stores have better return policies than others. Consumer Reports breaks down the best and worst return policies next. We'll be right back with the next half hour right after this.
In today's Tech Bites, a browser add-on accused of scamming users. One YouTuber claims PayPal's Honey is ripping people off. The browser extension helps users find bargains. Influencer Megalag says Honey actually ignores cheaper deals. PayPal insists Honey follows industry rules. Meta may be adding displays to its Ray-Ban smart glasses. According to the Financial Times, the screens would likely debut in the second half of next year. The displays will reportedly be used to show notifications or responses from Meta's AI virtual assistant. And if you have some cash laying around, how about this post-Christmas gift? It's a solid aluminum keyboard called the Icebreaker. It features swappable keycaps and configurable RGB backlighting. The price? $1,500. Pre-orders? They are available. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Allison Kotzek. Have a great day.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Alrighty. Who's ready for my famous charred duck?
Like, you know, to check the mascot first before bringing food to a tailgate.
Touch this baby.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Speak now or forever hold your...
Only took 4-hour cough liquid? Unlike Robitussin DM, Delsum Liquid offers 12 hours of cough relief all day or night. Delsum, cough crisis averted.
What's up? You seem kind of sluggish today. Things aren't really moving. You could use some Metamucil.
Metamucil psyllium fiber helps keep your digestive system moving so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil keeps you moving. And try Clear Fiber with no grit and no flavor.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, so the big story has been all of the water that's been coming down over the last couple of days. It was a rainy Christmas Eve. I woke up to some more rain. So
Yes.
Is that what we're going to continue to see?
Yes, that's what we'll see in the basin over the next few days. Today's not going to be as wet, but it's going to be pretty windy. But hey, it's, well, I'll tell you what, it's not raining. That's cash, because no one's winning any cash yet because the jackpot just went up again. It went up to $100. So here's my forecast for Christmas Eve. For Pasco, I went with a forecast high of 48 degrees. The actual high did fall within that 3-degree threshold. So that means that the jackpot did end up going up to $100. So here's the deal for today. I'm going with a forecast high of 54 for Pasco. So if the actual high temperature falls between 51 to 57, that means that a Benjamin Franklin could be yours. But well, if it falls outside that threshold, that means that you could get $100. But if it falls within it, then the jackpot's going to go back up another $25 up to $125. So to find out how to win the jackpot, you could go to applevalleyNewsNow.com, click on contest, or you could scan the QR code that is on your screen. Now let's talk about some weather. As you can see, that next round of rain and snow in the wintry mix is up in the Cascades, and it looks like that round in the blues is exiting stage right. And snow levels around 5,500 feet for this morning. They will be falling a little bit later today, and wind gusts will be ramping up. Right now they're gusting out of the south and west between 20 to 25 miles per hour for, well, actually upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour for the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains. Also, it's a little breezy in portions of the Cascades and for the basin, but close to lunchtime, that's when we're going to start to see some of the strongest wind gusts in our region, specifically in the lower Columbia Basin. All right, now let's talk about temperatures real quick. The wind's helping us out in terms of warmer low temperatures for this morning, as we're around 50 for the foothills, the same thing for the basin, and a little bit colder the more you work your way up Interstate 82 to the north and west. So we're seeing temperatures in the 30s and 40s in the valleys for this morning. Here's your umbrella cast throughout the day. We'll have low-end shower chances all throughout the day in the Tri-Cities. Just know it's not going to rain for the entirety of the day, but for every point throughout the day, there's going to be a low-end chance of a sprinkle or two. So for today, we're going to have highs that'll be about 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. And again, we're going to get that assist from the winds, but I'll tell you just how strong some of those wind gusts could be. Also, I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. All that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. People took the Christmas holiday to catch some powder on the Washington slopes. One of those favorite spots, Snoqualmie Pass. Bridget Chavez stopped by to talk with skiers, young and old, on the hunt for a white Christmas.
This is like a dream come true, just being able to spend it with my family up here on the mountain, like having fresh snow, which, you know, sometimes we don't always get, so, and just spending it with the people I love.
For the Luke family, it doesn't get any better than spending Christmas on the slopes.
Skiing has also been one of my dreams, so dream come true. Yeah, it's definitely been one of the best experiences I've had.
It's the first time most of the family has been on skis or a snowboard.
It really is just a special moment that I think it's gonna carry with us. We're gonna take it forever.
Allison Marquette says there's no place she'd rather be.
I love winter, so it's really great to be out and just active with the family.
Even if they all can't hit the slope.
He is, yes. He's 19 months, so not quite yet.
Most families got an early start, making for an easy commute in.
Roads were nice and clear, which was great.
Drive was super easy.
Yeah, very little
was
traffic.
Very simple.
But that won't be the case driving out.
Well, if you want to check out the slopes, visit summit@snoqualmie.com to get lift tickets, sign up for lessons, or rent some equipment. Cat owners need to listen up. Northwest Naturals is recalling a batch of its pet food after a cat in Oregon died after eating product contaminated with bird flu. The recall is for Northwest Naturals' 2-pound feline turkey recipe raw frozen pet food. The company says the food tested positive for bird flu, and Oregon agriculture officials say that led to the death of a house cat. The recalled packages have best if used by dates of May 21st, 2026 and June 23rd, 2026. The pet food was sold in 12 states as well as British Columbia. Consumers who purchased it should immediately throw it out and contact the store for a full refund. You might be one of the millions after Christmas standing in line at customer service to return a gift. Some stores will let you return anything even without a receipt. Others have time limits and restocking fees. Consumer Reports did the homework so you don't have to. Here are the retailers with the best and worst return policies.
If Santa goofed and didn't get you the right size or color, you probably have until the end of January to get square.
Many retailers extend their return windows around the holidays. Most offer 60 days. If you have a store card, you might have even more time, like 100 days. And some stores like Costco don't have a time limit on most items. But a warning, if you're returning an electronic device, you probably have a shorter window and need to return it sooner.
It might cost you to mail back the item. Expect to pay $6.50 per package at LL Bean, unless you used Bean Bucks or an LL Bean credit card for the purchase. GameStop has an $8.99 mail return fee. A company that makes returns a breeze? Amazon.
If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can ship most items back for free. Walmart, Target, and plenty of other retailers don't charge shipping for returns either.
And let's talk about restocking fees. Best Buy has a 15% restocking fee on certain items, including drones and some digital cameras and lenses, if the original packaging has been opened. For activatable devices like phones and tablets, the restocking fee is a flat $45. CR says Nordstrom has one of the most relaxed return policies.
Nordstrom has no formal return policy. Returns are handled on a case-by-case basis. No receipts are required, there are no time limits, and no original tags are needed.
Wherever and whatever you're trying to return, Consumer Reports has some tips. Save the receipt, return the item as soon as possible, and if you can, don't open the box. This is Ashley Prieto.
You might be asked to show your ID. Some chains, including Best Buy and Home Depot, use computerized return authorization systems to detect abuse. For the full list of Consumer Reports' best and worst return policies, head to the Consumer Reports website. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got Operation Best Friend. This one is so cute you could eat him up. His name is Banh Mi. Yes, like the sandwich. That's coming up. And you're also on the way in just a few.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
US Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro.
The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Spread the word.
Apple Intelligence is personal, private, and oh so powerful, you dig?
And the all-new camera control will blow you away!
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone. Also, Doug ate all the office cake.
Show me the tape.
See the tape tonight at 10!
Right now at US Cellular, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
The Season of New Tradition sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive. Start at just $28,999. Plus, get 3.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
This holiday season, elevate your gift giving with a Christmas basket from the Country Mercantile. Thoughtfully curated with gourmet chocolates, artisan treats, and handcrafted delights, each basket is a celebration of quality and care. Perfect for family, friends, or colleagues, these baskets make a timeless statement of appreciation. Browse our gift shop for fun and unique gifts. Shop online and have it shipped or visit our store. The Country Mercantile, where holiday traditions are made.
Welcome to Nissan. Are you interested in
test drive?
Absolutely.
There's the all-new Kicks, the new V6-powered Frontier, and the Nissan Rogue. Consumer Guide's Best Buy 10 years in a row.
Finished with all your holiday shopping?
We are now. Hurry in to the Nissan year-end sales event. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months, or get a low $279 per month lease on Rogue.
The new hosts of Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Each week, we'll help the family by helping them build new homes. Are you guys ready to your new house? This is what home feels like.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too. I am in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and show you today's ski report brought to you by Schweitzer, and we'll start off at Schweitzer proper. High temperature of 29 degrees for today, but I wanted to pay attention to the new snow, at least over the last 24 hours. 3 inches, that base depth getting up there, now up to 54 inches. And we'll take it down to ski Bluewood now as the new snow over the past 24 hours, 7 inches. So the base depth has grown up to 21 inches. And then for White Pass, the new snow over the last 24 hours, 2 inches. But I'm thinking that these totals are going to go up and the base depth all the way up to 45 inches now. Okay, now let's take it down to lower elevations. Here is your zone-by-zone tour of the forecast for today. Starting off in Kittitas County, high temperatures spanning from the mid-30s to the mid-40s. It's going to be very windy today up in the Cascades. Those winds gusting out of the west and southwest upwards of 40 miles per hour, and then some of that spilling over out of the north and west, more like upwards of 20 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. Then in the Yakima Valley, it's just going to be a little breezy today for the upper Yakima Valley. Certainly very windy in the lower Yakima Valley. Some of those winds gusting upwards of 40, 45 miles per hour for places like Sunnyside and Grandview and Mapton. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, very blustery for today. Winds gusting out of the south and west upwards of 50 miles per hour. But at the very least, that'll make our temperatures a little bit warmer. Again, we'll be about 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. Then for the Blue Foothills, we'll also see some very blustery conditions. Those winds gusting out of the south and west upwards of 40 miles per hour. But I do think, just to kind of sum it up, overall for lower elevations, a mostly dry day. Definitely some better shower chances up in the mountains.
All right, so with the Christmas holiday, we moved Operation Best Friend to Thursday this week.
This morning, we're introducing you to Banh Mi, and he could be just what you need to make your family complete. Take a look.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services and the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Hi, I'm Amy, and this is my foster puppy, Banh Mi. He is from Mikey's Chance. The whole litter is actually named after sandwiches. Banh Mi is a Vietnamese sandwich, so something a little bit different. He is one of 6 puppies that were literally born into the program. They had mom. Mom is a poodle mix of some kind. We're not exactly sure what dad is. So I have had these puppies since they're about 7-8 weeks old. They are now 4 months old. They are fixed, they are vaccinated, they're ready to go. We've started training. We are crate trained. We're working on potty training. We're almost there. We've started some leash training as well as learning our basic manners. I currently have his sister as well, and they are very, very playful. He is our snuggle bunny of our kids. He really likes to couch sit and snuggle. He loves giving kisses and being just a sweet, sweet boy. We have 7 animals at home right now, 4 dogs, my older boys and these 2, and then also we have 3 cats. So they are acclimated to cats. He is definitely a squeaky toy kind of kid. He likes squeaky toys, he likes to play tug. Like his sister, he also likes to do some chewing, but he's not as into it as she is. So he does require a little more entertainment from the human side of things, just to keep him occupied and keep him going. But he would be the perfect snuggle buddy for anybody who's looking for kind of a couch potato type puppy. So if you're interested in either fostering or adopting, you can check out Mikey's Chance, either their website or their Facebook page for more information.
Okay, so I use this word with such love and adoration. He looks very skrunkly.
Skrunkly?
Yeah.
That's not onomatopoeia. I've never even heard of that word before.
He looks very cute, just like the fur is precious. But yeah, he's so cute. We could not stop fawning over him.
We were saying he kind of like looks like a little fox.
Yes.
You know, what a cutie.
For more information on Banh Mi and our other pets featured on Operation Best Friend, go to applevalleynewsnow.com. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, all the top stories as you head out the door this morning.
Doug.
Whoa, we moved. We're in a parade. Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
And then I wake up.
And you have this dream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Good Shepherd provides the most up-to-date orthopedic care available. Our team of experienced board-certified surgeons, physiatrists, and podiatrists are capable of fulfilling your orthopedic needs. Services include precise joint replacements, sports medicine, all orthoscopic shoulder and knee repairs, fracture care, hand surgery, and foot and ankle care. We are here to help you with your pain and maximize your body's performance and function. Good Shepherd Orthopedics in Hermiston. Patients first, always.
At McCurley Chevrolet, the 2024 Silverado 1500 is built to dominate every job, every road, and every adventure. With legendary strength, advanced technology, and rugged capability, the Silverado does it all. Whether you're towing, hauling, or heading off the beaten path. Right now, get huge discounts on the 2024 Silverado 1500. Power, performance, and savings like you've never seen before. Don't wait. Visit McCurley Chevrolet today and take home the truck that works as hard as you do. McCurley Dealerships, your way home.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days.
where you'll find great offers on a rugged new Passport, Pilot with available all-wheel drive, and the powerful Ridgeline. So don't wait. Turn your holiday dreams into reality with a new Honda named KBB.com's best value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Season's greetings from all of us here at Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and get into the forecast. For today, there's a decent chance of rain before 7 a.m. in the Kittitas and Upper Yakima valleys, but rain chances will be small overall in the lower elevations and Blues. However, freezing rain and snow are likely all day for Cascade Passes. And I do want to touch on the winds real quick, as for today, specifically around lunchtime, that's when we could see a big time peak in wind gusts, especially for the lower Columbia Basin. Winds gusting upwards of 50 miles per hour, but between 40 to 45 miles per hour for the Cascades and Blues. So we could have some downed tree limbs, maybe even some spotty power outages. Can't rule that out either. And travel will be difficult for high profile vehicles. Now let's talk about the precip chances for tonight. Low and chances for wet weather will continue through the late evening, but the action starts to ramp up again after midnight. Rain is likely for lower elevations by the wee hours of the morning on Friday, while lower snow levels will prompt a transition to snow for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill around midnight. Then for tomorrow, snow levels go back up throughout the morning on Friday, so we'll see a transition back to rain for Cabbage Hill by 7 a.m. Snoqualmie Pass will likely transition to freezing rain by the late morning and then to a cold rain by the late afternoon. Lower elevations will turn much drier by the early afternoon, and then the foothills might have a harder time letting go of some of the rain. And then for Friday night, once again, our break from wet weather will be short-lived as rain chances start to trend back up into the evening and overnight hours. Snow levels will mostly be up around 5,000 feet by Friday night, so it'll continue to be a cold rain for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill. And I did want to talk about, of course, snowfall accumulations we're expecting over the next 48 hours. 4 to 6 inches for Cascade Passes. Not much doing for the valleys, not much doing for the basin or foothills. 1 to 4 inches for Cabbage Hill and Battle Mountain Summit, and more like 6 to 8 inches for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. And this is going to be a very wet storm system for the Cascades, between 2 to 2.5 inches of water, between 3/4 to an inch for the Blues, anywhere between 1/4 to 1/2 for the valleys, basin, and foothills. Then into Saturday and Sunday, more snow with another storm system. 4 to 6 inches for Snoqualmie Pass, a couple inches for Cabbage Hill, obviously more for Tollgate and more for White Pass. This is looking like another pretty wet storm system, especially up in the Cascades. Thankfully, we do turn a little bit drier for Monday and Tuesday. We get to catch our breath, and then, well, here we go again into Wednesday and Thursday of next week. High temperatures staying about 5 to 15 degrees above average for the next 5 days, and then trending cooler after that. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Still breezy but drier for Saturday, then wet weather looking likely again by Sunday. In Yakima, drier during the day on Saturday, rain likely Sunday, then dry again for Monday and Tuesday. For Ellensburg, decent rain chances left over Saturday, likely rain likely on Sunday, then eyeballing a rain-snow mix by next Wednesday. For Hermiston, still breezy but not as wet for Saturday, much wetter Sunday, then a bit of a break for Monday and Tuesday. Then for Walla Walla, rain likely throughout a good chunk of the weekend, drier for Monday and Tuesday, but here we go again for next Wednesday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 5:53. It's time to get to your morning sprint this 5 a.m. hour. First up, here's the top 5 local things that you need to know this morning. From December 26th through January 20th, 2025, you can drop off your Christmas tree for recycling at the Tri-Cities Cross Country Running Course in Pasco. The city says you can bring your tree in between the hours of 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Trees will be chipped at no cost, and the wood chips will be used to improve the running path surface. First Story, a nonprofit in the Northwest, is looking for people to apply for its program. For first-time home buyers, this is an opportunity to get a zero-down, zero-interest 30-year mortgage on a house. This time is happening in Walla Walla in 2025. It's a partnership with Hayden Homes. Eligible Walla Walla families are encouraged to apply for the brand-new First Story home at the Hayden Homes Harvey Ranch Estates community in Walla Walla. The home will be ready in fall of 2025. There will be a summertime wall raising and a dedication ceremony in the fall to celebrate the milestone. The application includes completing a home buyer education course. The Small Business Administration approved Governor Jay Inslee's request for a disaster declaration following the bomb cyclone event in November. The SBA declaration makes low-interest federal loans available to Washington businesses and residents affected by the storm in Yakima and other counties. Applicants may apply online and receive additional disaster assistance information at sba.gov/disaster. In your national headlines this morning, President-elect Donald Trump has nominated Kevin Moreno Cabrera as the next U.S. ambassador to the Republic of Panama. Cabrera is a Miami-Dade County commissioner who Trump says understands Latin American politics better than most people. The nomination comes as Trump recently has been critical of Panama. He says the Central American nation is unfairly exploiting the U.S. military and U.S. companies with exorbitant charges to use the Panama Canal. Trump has also stated that the U.S. should reclaim the canal. Panama's president says the sovereignty and independence of his country are not negotiable. The bald eagle has been officially declared as the nation's symbol for strength, freedom, and resilience. This week, President Joe Biden signed a bill into law recognizing the bird of prey as the country's national bird. The legislation, which was brought to the Senate floor in July, passed unanimously this month. The bald eagle was long an unofficial symbol of the United States. It was adopted as the coat of arms to grace the Great Seal of the U.S. in 1782. It's also the leading insignia for all U.S. military branches and has appeared on currency, public buildings, flags, documents, and sports teams. In your business headlines this morning, Starbucks workers at various locations wrapping up their strike. Tuesday was set to be the last day of the 5-day walkout. Starbucks said in a statement that the wage increases the union is asking for are, quote, not sustainable. And the company is ready to resume negotiations, quote, when the union comes back to the bargaining table. To our trending segment, a police officer in Kansas City is going viral for creating a little bit of Christmas magic. Sergeant Randy Miller went to the Eskridge's home to let them know he had their elf on the shelf in custody.
Sergeant Miller says the elf, whose name is Max, was causing mischief. Max's handler, 4-year-old Wyatt, told Sergeant Miller Max was just feeding reindeer because they were very hungry, of course. Sergeant Miller says his job is about protecting and serving, and bringing back the elf to the family was all about serving, especially after seeing the joy on Wyatt's face.
So the video shared on social media has more than 15 million views. That's a good one. So Christmas Day has come and gone, but the celebration continues, and this celebration calls specifically for something you may have received in your stocking.
Today is National Candy Cane Day. It is observed every year on December 26th. It's not entirely clear exactly when candy canes came into existence.
But according to one source, references to the peppermint-flavored treat started popping up in literature in 1866. Candy canes were first associated with Christmas as early as 1874 and started hanging on Christmas trees as early as 1882. Do you have a preference for the original ones, or they have all these new ones? I wouldn't call them new. But you know, there's like Sour Patch ones. Have you seen those ones?
I think the originals, but you know, as long as I can make it down into like a, I don't want to say shank, but yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I am not the biggest peppermint fan, so I kind of go for the
fruitier type,
ones,
the more eccentric.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6, what home buyers can expect about the housing market as we head into 2025. Plus, Josh, what do you have for us in the next hour?
Lots to talk about, Riley. We have rain and snow and winds and another storm system for this weekend, so we'll touch on all of that coming up at 6.